20 turn, 130 amp brushless ESC. Fern Solo, Spectrum 6-channel receiver. Highway 1 RC. West-made build. Lexan body. Frank the Tank. 2.2-inch Mudslinger tires. Welcome back to Studio B here in the TandemCTelevision studios, and we're still having mic issues. And I noticed in the last video when we were here at the table, and I'm actually a little closer to the mic built into the camera, the audio is a little better. So I think we're going to just start right here at the desk. I apologize you don't get to see my pretty face this week, or I guess maybe I should be saying you're welcome. But either way, we're going to start right here at the work table and take a final look at Fern Solo's scale motor build we were doing for him. It is actually finished. We are ready to actually package this back up and send it back to him. So I thought we'd take one last look and look at the final little details that we did to the motor and kind of talk about how we went about doing them. So let me zoom in just a little bit, maybe give you a little better look. Here we go. So the last things we did to the motor was basically just add a little bit of wiring. We did add a battery, and we added a little more hosing. So let's take a look at, I guess, how we did this. And the first thing we did was add some spark plug wires here. And those plug wires are basically it's rubber hosing, or thin rubber hosing, that I was able to find in the beading section at Home Depot. In fact, not Home Depot, I'm sorry, at Hobby Lobby. And in fact, pretty much everything that we did here was found in the beading section. So where this section where I guess they make necklaces and bracelets and stuff out of different beads, and they use different type of wire and lines to place those beads on. Well, over in that section in Hobby Lobby, that's where I've got most of what we used for these final details, starting again with, this is like thin rubber hosing, so it's very malleable. You can bend it, and it doesn't stay, so you can make nice curves, just like plug wires. So I use this. I 3D printed some little boots. If you see back here, I'll try to get some pictures so I can get you a little closer in. But basically, put some little boot ends on it to make it look more like a distributor, and then just kind of ran it to where the locations of the spark plugs would be, and it gives it a pretty good illusion of plug wires. Now, I also added some just regular kind of wire harnesses, some very simple wire harnesses, coming from the alternator and also from the ignition box back here. And to do that, what's really cool is in that same section, in that beading section, they have actual wire. So this is wire that you can bend and it'll stay in shape. So just solid core wire is what it is. And they have it in many different colors. So you can get it in red and black, just like just like a wire in a car, in a vehicle. So you have your hot and your ground wires. And then you can shape it, basically just bend it into shape that you need to run it where you need to go. And then what I did is I would take, let me see if I can kind of show you. I'm going to zoom out a little bit here, and I'll show you over here. Basically, you can take and put the two wires together like so, and bend it into the shape you need. Once you have it like this, just put a drop of CA glue right there and let it dry, and then that'll hold the wire together for you. So then when you go to glue it in place, you're not fighting multiple wires. In other words, it's a nice little bundle. It's a nice little harness, and I think it looks pretty good. The other thing I did, and I don't know if you can see, I think I'm gonna have to get in and take a picture. I used some of I think I used the black wire. It was the black wire, and I made just a couple of hoses coming out of the master cylinder, and then I painted them silver, because that's the other thing too with this wire, is you can paint it. So I painted it silver, and that gives it the look of some brake lines coming out of the master cylinder. And then the last thing we did, and this came from a suggestion from Lee over at Bulgar RC. He suggested, because we had talked about this space over here, and there being an open space with where the servo is, and he suggested putting the battery in. In fact, let me run real quick. I'll be right back. So I actually went over to the other table because I needed to grab this. It was sitting on the other side of the room. Basically, what I did is I went ahead and printed a battery. He gave the suggestion of just filling that space with a battery, and so that's what I did. I printed out a battery. You can see here just a 3D printed battery, and I was going to sit it on top of the servo. And then I got to thinking about it. When I did that, basically it looked like a battery sitting on the servo. It just kind of looked a little bit out of place. So what I actually ended up doing was reprinting this, but just the top cap of the battery, and then I stuck that to the servo, which I think helps hide, or at least disguise the servo as a battery itself. So instead of having a battery just kind of sitting on top of the servo, kind of tried to make the servo itself look a little bit like a battery, and I think that worked better. Plus, this with this battery sitting on top, it kind of set pretty high. I like it a little deeper in there, and I think it disguises the servo down there. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you think that was a good idea. I think that works out better than necessarily just a fully 3D printed battery. Now, I also created a power and a negative wire coming out of the terminals, and for that, again, from the beading section in Hobby Lobby, guys, go check it out. They have heavier gauge wire, which is what I use, which again, you can just bend it in the shape you need, and then I painted it red and black, and you've got your power cables. So anyways, I think that is pretty much got it done. Let me know what you think down below. I'm super excited to actually see this over on Fern Solo's channel. I can't wait to check it out as he runs it. I think he's also going to be taking it to a show in the future, which will be exciting too. I'd like to see some footage of that out at a jamboree or a show. Or I'm not real sure where he's taking it, but check out Fern Solo's channel, because I'm pretty sure he'll give you some updates on that if you want to see this out in the wild and out on the trails and out at the shows and whatnot. Be sure to check out Fern Solo's channel to get a look at it. Now, there's one other thing I wanted to talk about before we go, and that's previously, I think a few weeks back, maybe about a month ago, we're talking about the fact that I'm trying to put some different affiliate programs together for the channel to help fund the CCG 2084 programming or show that we're going to be coming out with, because there's a lot that's going to have to go into that. I've got to get stop motion software. I need some new cameras. Obviously, I need a new camera. The mic on this, or the jack on this camera has gone bad, so I'm having to use the mic anyway. So I'm trying to put some different affiliate programs together, just some ways to help fund the channel and the things that we're trying to do here. And I'm over the moon. I can't explain how excited I am about the affiliate that we just picked up, which is actually Death Wish Coffee. So guys, I have actually, as you can see, by the way, I have a subscription to Death Wish Coffee. I have had a subscription to Death Wish Coffee for probably a decade. It really is the only coffee I drink. If you like dark roast coffee, but with high caffeine, this is the one for you. Now, they also have a medium roast that just came out, I think about a month ago. I haven't actually tried it yet. They do have their medium roast. They also have their Valhalla coffee too, which is pretty good. I haven't had it in quite a while. I used to pick it up every now and then, quite a few years back. But for the most part, dark roast Death Wish coffee, black. That's all I drink, and that's all I've drank for a decade, literally a decade. But anyways, guys, we now have an affiliation with them, which I am super excited about, because I love to support stuff that I actually use and love. There's gonna be a link down in the down in the description. Hit that link. It'll take you to a page where you can get 25% off your first order. If you are a coffee drinker, you like dark roast, you like high caffeine dark roast, if you like medium roast, go check it out. And again, it helps support the channel. So make sure and use that link below to help support the channel. Hit the like button. It really does help with the algorithms. I think last week we talked about being that another affiliate we picked up was the like button. Hit that like button. It does help. Leave me those comments down below. Let me know what you think about Fern's truck. Let Fern know what you think about Fern's truck, because he always comments. He's one of my top commenters, and he reads the comments. So let him know what you think about his truck and how the motor turned out. Hit the subscribe button so you can keep up with all the builds coming up in the future, all the updates coming up in the future. We're going to be getting back. In fact, next update, we're going back to work on Willie's Bar and Grill, so the CCG 2084 stuff. Leave me those comments down below. Hit the subscription to keep up with. Also, next time you're at the coffee shop, next time you're at the grocery store grabbing coffee, the next time you're at your local coffee spot, wherever you get your coffee, do me a favor. Show everybody around TandemCTelevision. Tell them you need to subscribe. Get your coffee from them. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.